FORA.tv. The world is thinking.
By saying, I don't actually think there is much of a debate about immigration. I think the debate is about managing immigrants. The debate is about how humanely, how nicely we can keep most of them out. And the one question that could spark the real debate is a question that few are willing to ask, which is, why do we need to control immigration anyway? And my answer to that would be, we don't. My answer would be, we should open up our borders and we should fight for the free movement for all, no ifs, no point systems, no buts, no categories. And we should do this because the freedom of movement should be enjoyed universally, because it is in our interest. It's in all our interest to do so. And yet in a time when it's perfectly possible to do it. We fly around the world, we talk to people from the other side of the world. They might not be able to meet us and come to our country, but we can do that. We fly to the moon. In other words, we can do fantastic things right now. And yet we are debating about closing down our options. Enoch Powell, long dead. Far right, irrelevant. Replaced, however, by new arguments, politically correct arguments. And I would argue that these new arguments we need to challenge, because they're even more anti-human, and they will close down things even more. And everyone's at it. So the politically correct are really worried about overpopulation and the pressure on the planet. The NGOs want to save immigrants because of the bad men lurking around every corner. And our political parties are counting people, and they're looking at them for their cash value contribution. I would argue for the freedom of movement for all from a humanist point of view, where the desire to seek a better life, to move around the world, is the germ of the history-making process. Without it, we would all stand still. The fact that immigrants refuse to be passive victims of their circumstances. They want to take control of their lives. They're not going to let the blob of land that they were born on, something that they had no choice in, restrict their lives. And I think, actually, this is a shining example of what makes us human. You know, the seeking out of new worlds, of a better life, shows us at our best, us humans, because we're showed as risk takers, trailblazers, masters of our own destiny. And so where you stand in this immigration debate is an important one, because it tells you how much you believe in the history-making process. Now, I'm not saying that this is an easy argument today, especially because we live in a time when the dominant mood in the West is a very deeply pessimistic one about us humans. So we worry about the footprints we leave on the planet. We see ourselves as destroyers rather than creators, thinkers, producers. And from the local to the global, we are constantly bombarded with the fact, or should I say the myth, that we're limited, and these limits are static, and we can't really change anything anymore. And we shouldn't fall for this. We shouldn't lower our expectations of what is possible. And I think we should look forward to more people, because more people are more pair of hands, more creators, more thinkers, more brain cells. More people means more allies, more mates, more love affairs.